Hey everybody, thanks for tuning in. This video is a little bit different than my usual thing, but it's very important to me because you all are my viewers, you're my subscribers, and I feel that I need to share this with you all because it's something I've been researching a lot lately, and I feel obligated to, at the very least, present you all with the information so you can think about it. But what I've done is a 72-hour water fast. Of course, I'm a little bit biased. I think my viewers and subscribers are the coolest people in the world, and I want you guys to be healthy. I care about your health. And if this video can have a positive impact on even one person, then it's more than worth the time that it took to make this video. So what I did, this is a 3-day fast, right? 72 hours. So what I did a diary entry for each day. Day 1, day 2, day 3. And I wrote about things in pretty clear detail because I want you all to really kind of be able to go with me throughout the experience, to really understand what I went through, how I felt, the challenges that I faced, what I did to push myself through. So you'll get all that in this video. So without further ado, here is my experience doing a 72-hour water fast. Day 1. I'm at around the 28-hour mark now in what I intend to be a 72-hour fast. The clock started late last night after dinner, so the first half day was basically automatic. By the time I got out of bed, I was already over 12 hours into my fast. That was the easiest part. By around noon today, I was really starting to get hunger pangs. They got stronger as the day progressed. Now it's nearly 11 p.m. and I'm about to go to bed. Today wasn't overly difficult. I felt extremely hungry at times, don't get me wrong. But making the decision to skip the food and instead just chug some water was not a hard decision for me to make. I have a reason to do this. I have my why. Without that, it would be easy to give up. The more I researched the benefits of fasting, the more I realized that this is what I need to do. This afternoon, while I was really craving food, I just started watching videos about the benefits of 72-hour water fasts. Of course, fasting in general is great, but I am locked in on this 72-hour fast. If I go longer, that's fine, but I do not want to give up before the 72-hour mark. While I was watching those videos, it really helped me to forget about the hunger. I felt such an amazing feeling watching videos from people who I know have done it, some who do it on a regular basis, listening to them speak, knowing that they have been through this before, and listening to doctors like the amazing Dr. Berg talk about the almost magical healing effects and health benefits on the body was really comforting and motivating to me. It's right around this time in the fasting process when the glycogen from my muscles and liver has been mostly used up, and rather than running on carbs and sugars, my body is starting to run on ketones, produced via the liver turning fatty acids into ketones to fuel my body. Human growth hormone is starting to increase throughout my body. Inflammation is plummeting. My intestines are getting a nice rest, finally. And one of the most miraculous processes of the human body, autophagy, is starting to kick in. My cells are starting to go through their cleanup process, taking the damaged and unhealthy parts and proteins and sending them to be broken down and recycled into healthy basic building blocks, amino acids, sugars, fats, which are then used to make healthy cell parts or energy. I usually keep my office pretty cool, but I did seem to notice my hands feeling colder than usual. I'm a bit lethargic. I have a very, very slight headache forming sort of behind my eyes, and that's about the extent of it as far as my physical responses go. I was feeling extremely tired this afternoon, so I picked up a bag of sea salt and I had a couple glasses of hot salt water to try to give my electrolytes a boost. I never thought salt water could taste good, but I thoroughly enjoyed it today. Just having something with a bit of taste was quite a treat. Coffee and tea, both plain and natural with no sugar or milk added, are permitted in this fast, but for today, I skipped the coffee. I took a 20-minute nap around 5:30 p.m., which felt amazing. Now I'm going to hit the sack, and when I wake up, I should be right around the halfway mark of finishing this fast. Sleep helps a lot with this. You just doze off and the time disappears. Gonna sleep as long as I possibly can tonight. Check in again tomorrow. Hey guys, quick interruption. If you are here watching my video, there's a high likelihood that you have an interest in China. Well, personally, I think it's important that we all learn a foreign language, and I want to suggest choosing Chinese as your foreign language. First of all, by studying the Chinese language, you will really start to understand China on a much deeper level. Also, Chinese is the second most widely spoken language in the world, with over 1 billion Chinese speakers worldwide. People say that learning Chinese is so difficult, and let's be frank, in some ways it is, but it's not nearly as tough as you think, and the grammar is super easy. I want to encourage you to check out my channel sponsor, Excel Mandarin, and take advantage of their free trial lesson offer. You have nothing to lose and potentially a lot to gain. Excel Mandarin has bilingual native Chinese speakers based in the US who can teach you real Chinese, and they have the ability to take you from beginner all the way up to fluency. They offer 24/7 support, and they have all of the resources available that you could ever want. I learned Chinese by fumbling my way around on the streets of China. It was a really fun and interesting way to learn, but it wasn't very efficient. If I'd had a native speaker guiding me and helping me along the way, I would have learned a lot more, a lot faster. So check them out today, sign up for a free trial lesson, and make sure not to forget the most important part. Be sure to tell them that Mr. Chopsticks sent you. Okay, now back to the video. Day 2. Slept in as long as I could this morning. Hitting the halfway mark pretty early in the day was a good mental milestone for me. I wasn't overly hungry. Had a couple bouts of hunger that had me really craving food and my stomach was grumbling. I started off my day today with a bottle of water, and then I did have a cup of coffee. I had another cup of coffee this afternoon. Black coffee, no calories. I didn't feel any more lacking in energy than I did yesterday. In fact, there were a couple points where my energy levels seemed to be better than yesterday. But overall, it was more or less the same. One key difference that I felt was just how light I felt when I woke up this morning. I felt slimmer and lighter. Also, by early afternoon today, I noticed that I felt very mentally sharp. I didn't nap like I did yesterday. I didn't feel the need to. In fact, I've been extremely productive doing things for my work and my YouTube channel. I haven't dealt with the usual feelings of crashing out after a meal, none of that mental fog. That's been a definite plus for the day. Waking up this morning was a bit daunting, knowing that I'm hungry, and unlike yesterday morning, when I woke up from a sleep and having had dinner the previous evening, well, this morning I was waking up after already feeling like I was starving yesterday. So the thought of knowing that there's no meal coming anytime soon and I'm already starting from empty was sort of intimidating. But anytime I felt doubt or I felt any weakness creeping in, I just watched a video about the science behind fasting or focused on the benefits that I would be reaping from my efforts. That helps me to keep my eyes on the prize. There is a price to pay for everything in life, and the price to pay for the health benefits that I'm going for is a small price indeed. Right now, I'm about 53 hours into this fast, and I'm writing this just before bed. At this point in my fast, there are miraculous things happening inside my body. Ketosis is in full swing. I'm pretty much using only fat for fuel right now, which is actually really cool to think about. I can recognize this feeling, and it doesn't happen often in life unless you make a concerted effort to put yourself in this state. There's kind of like a tingling sensation that just flows through my body. They say that human growth hormone can surge up to 2,000% during a 3-day fast, and right now, HGH should be surging throughout my body. This is preventing my body from using muscle proteins for fuel and signaling my body to go into full-on fat-burning mode. Mentally, this feels amazing because while I'm not obese by any means, I do have plenty of extra adipose tissue, aka fat, that I'd love to burn off, and it is burning as we speak. Inflammation is way down in my body now. I can notice it. I don't have any aches or pains. Usually I have a pain in my lower back, but as of now, I can't even feel a trace of that pain. Stem cells are now going to work and working on rebuilding my immune system. At this point, my intestines have had a long time to rest, something that they virtually never get. I know that my intestines are resting and healing now. My gut microbiome, all of the bacteria in my digestive tract are resetting and rebalancing. Those little weird microscopic things down in my gut are doing their thing. It was, in fact, digestive issues and GERD like symptoms that really got me to decide to do this fast in the first place. I could just sense that my GI tract needed a rest and a reset. But the more I researched for this fast, the more I realized that there are amazing things happening throughout my entire body. This evening, I did feel a touch of anxiety from that tingling sensation in my body. There was nothing to be scared of, but I'm just not used to it, and it just kind of automatically triggered a bit of anxiety. I drank water with sea salt today, but overall, I didn't drink enough water. Probably only drank about 1 liter when I should have had two or more. Some of what I'm feeling might be a bit of dehydration, although my urine is a very clear color, which would lead me to believe that I'm plenty hydrated. But after I just relaxed and told myself to just experience the sensation, just let it go through you, I'm totally fine. I did feel sort of a sense of euphoria. My body felt so light and sort of tingly, and it was almost like I was floating. Now that I'm getting closer to the finish line, I'm feeling sort of excited. I know that tomorrow I'm going to be able to have something for dinner. I'm not dreaming of steak, pizza, and fries, but I'm just excited thinking about choosing the right foods to help me gently break my fast. That will be one of tomorrow's focuses, choosing what I will put in my body at dinner time, less than 20 hours from now. At this point, anything would taste amazing. I'll be back tomorrow with more. Day 3. I'm writing this the following day. My fast ended around 7 p.m. yesterday evening, and I was just so tired. Plus, I was busy doing a lot of things, which I'll mention in a moment, that I didn't get the chance to write my journal entry. But that's okay. It's all still fresh in my mind. So, on day 3, I woke up after a not so good sleep. Somehow, I was kind of sleepless last night, felt a slight surge of energy right around bedtime. I woke up feeling kind of sluggish, but not particularly hungry. My body felt light and slimmer, though when I looked in the mirror, I looked basically exactly the same. A flatter stomach, cheekbones were showing a bit more, but those things are to be expected. There was no miraculous, obvious weight loss. I did check my weight yesterday. I went into this fast weighing 186 pounds, or about 84 and a half kilograms, and I came out of it weighing 180 and a half pounds, or 82 kilograms. So I lost about 5.5 pounds. Most of the weight I lost during the fast would have been water weight. Most of us are fueled by glycogen. It's our primary fuel source. Glycogen comes from sugar and carbs, and our bodies store the excess. Water attaches to stored glycogen, so during the first 24 hours of the fast, I basically burned up all of my glycogen reserves, which is where the weight loss due to water weight would have come from. The really good news is that while I didn't really lose any belly fat, I lost about 1.5 pounds of visceral fat. Visceral fat is the fat that forms around the organs, causing inflammation, chronic disease, and even things like cancer. It's the hidden fat in our bodies. It's not that layer on your belly that you can pinch, but it's the main one that we should be concerned about in terms of health. 1.5 pounds of visceral fat is about the size of a softball. So if you could just scoop it out of the body and look at it, that would be a pretty good hunk of fat. Now I know my organs have a little bit more breathing room, they can function more properly, and I have decreased my risk for serious disease. Knowing this is really a great feeling. The last 10 hours or so of my fast were pretty interesting. Autophagy was peaking, cleaning up all of that old junk out of my cells. Human growth hormone was flowing to preserve muscle and lean tissue. I was in deep ketosis, or fat burning mode. My intestines were loving the peace and quiet as well as the healing brought on by stem cells. I decided to finish my fast with a bang. So what I did, I walked 1.5 miles to a really good massage place out here. That would have kicked up the fat burning a notch and given my body some vitamin D from the sunshine. I got a foot bath and a deep tissue massage to sort of reward myself and to help take my mind off of any hunger. When I got done with that, I hopped in a taxi and went to the local supermarket to buy my first meal in 3 days. What did I buy? I bought some broccoli and a canary melon. I wanted to break the fast with something easily digestible and nutritious. I steamed the broccoli and had a full plate. I sprinkled a touch of salt on it and put a little bit of melted butter on it. It was so
Ugh.
good. I've never enjoyed a
Yes.
bite of broccoli so much. Then I had about 3 slivers of melon afterwards. The
Oh, that's so good.
temptation to really just stuff myself was there. The urge was strong, but there wasn't any chance that I was going to give in to it. You do need to be on guard at this point, though. Once you start eating, your body will want more. I got a sudden craving for junk food, which is kind of scary, but it's true. I was a little worried that perhaps I ate a little bit too much, but since now it's the next day, I have used the bathroom and I can say everything is normal. I didn't wake up feeling hungry today. It's almost noon and I haven't eaten. I've decided to switch my lifestyle to something like 18/6 intermittent fasting. I'm not planning to stick to that religiously, but just kind of like as a general rule. That'll be what I do. I also bought Ben Azadi's audiobook, Metabolic Freedom, and listened to that while getting my massage and while going to bed last night. I'm really enjoying it so far. As soon as I finish writing this, I'm going to start preparing my first meal of the day. Gonna cook a few scrambled eggs, fried in olive oil, and have the other half of yesterday's broccoli. This fast was a challenge, but I went into it mentally ready, knowing that failure wasn't an option. I told my friends and family that I was going to do it, not as a way of like showing off, but as a way of committing to it publicly. I also invited friends and family to join me in the fast, although no one did this time. That's okay though. This is something that you have to be ready for and know why you're doing it. Fasting is also a great exercise in willpower. Food was available anytime, but any little cheat or secret snack would only be hurting me. To get all the best parts of the fast, I had to pay the price, and the price was hunger. There's no shortcut. But all in all, for what you gain from doing this, it's a very small price to pay. Lastly, one other feeling that I've experienced from this fast is the feeling of self-love. I did this to try to heal my body and take care of myself. Somehow, after going through this, I feel committed to treating my body better and loving myself more. If you do this kind of prolonged fast, I think you'll experience the same kind of emotions and feelings. While I appreciate all viewers and supporters, there is a growing group of supporters who support me via YouTube memberships and Patreon subscriptions, and I want to give all of you a shout out. You know who you are. Thanks for the extra support and helping me to get a step or two closer to hopefully finally someday achieving my dream of being able to do YouTube full time. To the Grasshopper and Tiger Tiers, thank you guys so much. An extra special shout out to my P-Shield tier members. You are amazing. And of course, I'd be remiss to fail to mention my top tier supporters, Lee, Martin S., and David is Dawei. Truly appreciate all of you. We're on this journey together, and trust me when I say, we're just getting started, my friends.